Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. And you know what, Ted? The more I keep reading about what's going on over in the Middle East, my heart goes out to those in Israel. But I am very concerned about America at this moment. It was only 3 or 4 weeks ago, you and I did a week-long, the orchestrated, or to use your words, the engineered invasion of America. And we pointed out that in the last 18 months, more military-age men have entered the porous southern border in America, that the total exceeds that of the U.S. Army, the North Korean Army, the Russian Army, and the Chinese Army, all combined. And you said back then, what could go wrong? And so now my question to you on this Wednesday, October 11th, is, do you fear that we are going to see these coordinated attacks in America like Israel's dealing with right now?
You know, I do a Facebook Live on Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild Facebook, so I know I'm banned from the regular Facebook out there, but people should join me on the Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild Facebook. And I did predict this because all the planets were aligning, that Uncle Sam is welcoming, engineering, facilitating, orchestrating, rewarding military-age men from all our enemy nations, from the Congo, from Nigeria, from Sudan, from Syria, from Somalia, from Afghanistan, from Iraq, from Iran, from China. You don't think all those desperate, well, not all of them, but all those military-age men, they are more than happy to kill every American and take our stuff and take over this country. So my friends, my prediction is coming true. There are military-age jihadists all across America now, thanks to Uncle Sam's open border and the Border Patrol. I don't know how a Border Patrol agent can obey an order to stand on the cantina wire and fist pump desperate Nigerians into our country. And you see them on the streets of New York City as we bust them up and pay for their phones, pay for their clothing, pay for their food, pay for their hotel rooms, as they're raping and pillaging and carjacking, murdering American citizens, and Uncle Sam continues to welcome them in. Then, as I mentioned earlier on the Nightly Nuge, the Democrat mayors and governors want to give them driver's licenses, which means they can go to the sporting goods store and buy guns to kill us with. Now, I know there's people out there riding their bike in the park wearing a face mask that go, "Oh, Nugent's got a tinfoil hat. He's crazy." Well, maybe you'll be the first to go with a firearm purchased legally by a Nigerian jihadist as he takes over your Democrat city, because the Democrat cities are full of weak, denial, guilty, maniac pussies. And the jihadists will start with you. And I will summarize it thusly, Keith. I've always carried a gun. I've always carried a clean handkerchief. Even if I don't think I'm going to blow my nose, I got a clean handkerchief. I always carry a belt tool, even though I don't think I might need to file my fingernails. It's got a file on it because I have it just in case I need it. And I've always carried a gun and lots of extra ammo. That would be a handgun on my belt. My friends in America, this will go viral, I'm sure. Somebody from Rolling Stone magazine, in between snorting cocaine, will claim that I'm a conspiracy theorist. But your handgun isn't going to cut it anymore. I'm not going to tell you what I carry with me every day or what the different tactical equipment I have with me, but get some extra tactical equipment, my friends in America. If you want to survive, your pistol should be used to provide time to get to your real gun. And nowadays, it is coming to America. Look at the footage as the Hezbollah and Hamas human haters, the devils who want to kill not just Jews, but Christians, Americans everywhere we are. We've lost Americans in Egypt, and those Americans were unarmed and helpless. On the Nightly Nuge, I remind you, don't be unarmed and don't be helpless, and increase your firepower and your tactics immediately.
You know, it's hard to be tolerant, Ted, when I see protests like I just saw in New York, pro-Palestine protesters screaming death to Israel. down the streets of America. Death to America and Allah Akbar. That's right here in our own country. A bunch of them. If they were all armed, it would be definitely an invasion, which I think we're under. And also, I don't know if you saw it, Ted, 31 Harvard organizations condemned Israel, saying that they were at fault for the attack, and all supported Hamas. This is America. This is leading academia. This is big cities right now supporting, in my opinion, evil. Final word.
Well, the final word is it can be summarized of just how soulless, how stupid, how ignorant, how mindless some people can be. There is a protest recently since the Egyptian attack by Hamas and Hezbollah that these homosexuals are holding up a ban, Queers for Palestine, or Queers for the terrorists. I guess they don't know that the Muslims, part of their religion is if you're homosexual, they will throw you off the roof to your death. And here you have, and they use the word queers. For many years, you weren't allowed to use the word queer, even though homosexual, queer, drag queen, NAMBLA. They're literally supporting the extreme jihad terrorists who would kill them. It's like when some of my good friends in the music industry wear a t-shirt with a picture of Che Guevara on it. How do you not know that Che Guevara would have killed them and their family? So we have seen a soullessness, a disconnect, an intentional self-inflicted ignorance that is going to be the death of many, many Americans. They're already dying from fentanyl if you're that stupid to take those drugs, even though some legitimate prescriptions have been impacted with fentanyl through the communist Chinese and Uncle Sam allowing it into this country. So once again, everybody, please join us at hunternation.org. Join me at tednugent.com. And support those that support the truth, logic, and common sense that will be. It's not just convenience versus inconvenience, Keith. We're talking the difference between life and death. And if we continue to welcome in military-age men from all our enemy nations, we better buy some more body bags for Americans, because stupidity will get you killed.
Well, tomorrow, Ted, I want to broach the topic of academia and just ask the kind of rhetorical question: do you think what's going on in our schools is leading to this misguided support of terrorism? We'll tackle that tomorrow on Thursday, October 12th. See you then, buddy.
Yeah, you bet. Happy October anyway, and everybody, get out there and cleanse your soul with the great spirit of the wild.